I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
How's it rockin', my rowdy rockers? It's your boy, the dubious DoubleD, here with my fabulous co-host.
And fearless captain of the Overwatch team, PiggyPower.
Sorry we're coming to you a little bit late here, but we're excited for some JV Overwatch today. I hope you are too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, JV's been rocking it all season. I think they're 4-0. They haven't dropped a single map in their league.
And they've been clean sweeping every single one of them. So hopefully we got another interesting match in store. But this one, I think, is the only other undefeated team in the league as well. So
That's
hopefully
right.
it's something interesting we got for us today.
So I
don't
think we can
Yeah.
go over the team lineups and see what we have in store.
I don't think we have a last
match?
Well, we don't really have a last match recap because, I mean, all of them have been pretty much the same. It's been a clean sweep throughout. Unfortunately, we don't have the highlights reel or anything like that to demonstrate the prowess that we've been displaying throughout the last couple games. I know personally the JV captain, he's my roommate, by the way, and he's been saying it's been feeling good. He's having a good time. And the pessimist that he is thinks that this match isn't going to go very well, despite the success that the JV team has had in the last couple matches. But I'd like to be more optimistic than him.
Yeah, I have to disagree with him. All of his games have been just going absolutely perfectly these last few weeks. Instead of watching them win, you've been watching the varsity team get 3-0'd every single time. But, I mean, we're past that now. It's time to give the JV players some spotlight.
Absolutely. Hopefully, we're here for the reason to show them their success, or at least cheer them on while they're doing the best that they can.
Absolutely. Here we have our team lineup, so I guess I'll do SDM. Our captain is Wise Owl, and then we got Bird King, Second One, Technical, and Draconic Snom.
Yeah. I heard that Fabric's not going to be making it, so no substitutions for the Hard Rockers, but that shouldn't deter them. And for the BU Beavers, we got their captain Tom Stump, Cheese N, Anton Pickle, Kanye West Fan 77, and It's a Log, with some potential substitutions from Pistachio and Right Stuff.
Absolutely. Looks like right now we have Leaf, Tom Stump, Cheese N, Anton Pickle, and It's a Login.
So it should be a good match. I don't think...
Got some Pog champs in the chat already. Like to see it.
Absolutely love to see it. Kind of had to speed through this intro here because they're starting up the game real quick, but hopefully we'll get right to the action.
Yeah, there was in fact an update for Overwatch today, which delayed us getting in there. But that could mean some new strategies and new things to be seen in game. They nerfed a lot of the support heroes, got rid of some invulnerability times, so I'll have to see how that affects it.
As a resident main healer for varsity here, I have to say it's not a great thing, not a great feeling to see all of my mains get nerfed. But I think it's a necessary evil to make the game feel a little bit more balanced, because right now it is it's a mess for anyone who plays anything other than support.
Yeah, as your DPS player and captain, and it's been rough. Definitely been rough. Okay.
It is the PiggyPower. Thank you, Akko.
And it looks like we're ready to go in.
Looks like
I don't know what we're waiting on.
But we're waiting on Wise Owl, believe it or not. Always with this guy. I'll be hearing an earful from him regardless of what I say, so.
Definitely true. I believe Doomfist received some nerfs today as well.
I think the only tanks that got changed were Diva and Doomfist. Doomfist with some nerfs, Diva with
and
some
Winston.
just tweaks. Oh yeah, Winston did get, it was a little bit of a buff for his range. Okay. I really don't think we're going to see any of those played at this level here, but
No, probably not. Doomfist has been pretty prevalent at the higher levels of play, but I don't think we'll see him in this rating.
Yes. I think the main strategy, I had the fortune of actually getting to sit in on one of their practices this Saturday. And so it was nice to kind of get a lowdown of what they're trying to do. And it seemed like they enjoyed a lot of the same strategies that we on varsity use with like JQ rushes or Rhine comp, stuff like that. I mean, when you have Draconic on tank, you're going to expect that. And speak of the devil.
Yeah. He is a force of nature on all heroes in the game, especially the tanks.
Especially the tanks, and especially the Reinhardt. But as you can see here with starting lineups, we're looking at the same Sim Bastion Rhine comp that we were running on varsity a couple weeks ago. Oh, and it looks like we might already have some technical difficulties from
Wise Owl.
Wise Owl himself.
Oh wait, they don't know who the leader is because Wise was. Okay, there we go. So we got a pause in there immediately. The game has barely started.
We're just getting off to a resounding start.
I'm assuming they're just getting it out of the way, not going to have any problems for the rest of this. Have a good game. So we are on Lijiang Control Center right now, and that map has always been a really heavy brawl map. They're just going to run into each other in the center, and someone's going to come out on top.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting, too. I don't know if B is going to stick with the comp that they were running. That Orisa Lifeweaver Baptiste comp looked interesting. I'm excited to see how that might play out, especially into a comp that wants to focus on dealing a ton of damage really quickly. Having two extremely powerful healers like Lifeweaver and Baptiste might present a challenge for our boys in blue.
Absolutely.
Looks like you got a game crash coming from the wise owl himself, but
Should be back in just a few minutes.
one can hope. One can hope.
So with Lifeweaver, a lot of people have been complaining about Lifeweaver and him not being very good. Blizzard disagrees. They decided to nerf him today, took away some of his healing. Believe they also increased the cooldown.
Yeah, I don't know which cooldown. I think it might have been Rejuvenating Dash, but I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me. For sure, they decreased the healing amount for his life petal, whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they reduced the ammo size as well, but I can't say for certain on that either. I overlooked the Lifeweaver, the Lifeweaver patch notes for sure because I didn't really see much value in any competitive play unless you're, the Viper himself who only plays Lifeweaver. I can't imagine that it'll affect too much of your gameplay.
That is his support pick. Love to see him on the Junkrat, though. Don't tell him I said that.
Oh, gross.
All right, now we're actually getting into the game. Surely nothing will go wrong this time.
Surely. And if there was wood to knock on, we would. Looks like we're going with a similar comp pick from Mines. And instead of Control Center this time, we're going to Gardens, which should create a similar dynamic for Brawl, but more chances for environmental kills, which could present some interesting opportunities for potential Orisa picks or potential Lucio picks. At this elo, one of the biggest hindrances towards anything is gravity.
Absolutely. And if we continue to run the sim comp like we were posturing before, then they're likely going to just run in, TP to point, and try the same Brawl. And it looks like BU is, in fact, running the Orisa Baptiste Lifeweaver again. This
is definitely going to be interesting for them. I can't say for sure the efficacy that it's presented them in the past. I mean, they are undefeated as well, so maybe their prowess on this can be demonstrated. But there should be a lot of damage output with the Reaper Orisa combo. And even with the nerfs to Mei recently, should still have a good game with this comp. Speed right out of spawn, TP right onto point, and it looks like they're going to be there first.
They're setting up turrets. BU is trying to come in over the bridge. They might have some trouble going in against this Lucio. Orisa almost gets pooped right away.
Yeah, especially because they kept, just because the Reinhardt's keeping his posture right on that corner there, it's going to be hard for them to try to take space. Maybe want to try to get a little bit farther in. Orisa has presented a lot of issues for Reinhardt's in the past, and Draconic, despite his ability to play tank, may struggle playing into this Orisa. Nevertheless, we got 60% to shatter already, which is insane. It seems like BU is just struggling to take space.
Yeah, we get a boop from second one right away across the bridge. They're both just
like that is easily going to be a fight win.
Yeah, they're both posturing around this wall, except SD Mines already has the point.
So that went down for BU, and now it's just a chase fest. Picking off anyone who's going to stay in the fight.
The Sim is a really good pick into this Orisa, too. Not much she can do about that damage.
Even with the Sim nerf, she's still extremely deadly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We already have an ult for Draconic here. We'll see that coming out. It doesn't look like BU has any way to block it, except for wall.
Yes, it looks like they're coming up on two support ults here, too, and the Orisa's getting pretty close. But second with that boot kill is getting really close with his beat, and he's going to be able to prevent any damage that the terrorists are just going to present as a threat.
BU's trying to come in white room.
Shatter already.
Instantly find two off that. The rest are getting punished.
Yeah, that's an easy fight win for Mines. And it looks like it's just going to be stagger kills on the Mei and the Orisa here.
Mei is trying to live, maybe get a bit more ult charge. Does not help her.
It's really not going to matter in the long run. That was an amazing shatter from Draconic, and an amazing follow-up by the rest of the team.
Luckily for BU, though, they did not use a single ult to match that, so they'll be able to come in.
Yes. But they're going up against a brick wall here. 4 ults from Mines, and halfway to another shatter on Draconic, demonstrating once again his prowess on tank heroes. I can't imagine that this is going to be anywhere next to easy for BU to try to take over.
Ooh, we got an interesting wall flank coming in from the Mei. We'll see if she tries to ult this. The turrets do catch her out. She's just ignoring them. She has to use Ice Block. Finds a few frozen with her ult. Does not manage to kill him.
But Draconic goes off the map?
A clutch beat coming in from second one. Almost dies in the Reaper ult. Lets them stall out point a little longer, but they don't manage to hold it. They used 2 ults there, and BU used 4. They only have the Orisa ult to defend this.
I'm still questioning why Draconic went off the map there. I feel like we're going to have to view that in VOD review later this weekend. But yes, only 2 ults used on the side of Mines here means that they have the ult advantage going into this fight.
They're just deciding to TP right in.
And
Very
I think
bold.
That's the approach. A great window here from Bird King. Looks like they're going to be able to take a lot of space off of this.
They take out the Immortality field.
Yeah,
That's
no
good.
import on that side.
We'll see how they play around this Orisa ult. They're just posturing on either side of point. They bring out the Bastion ult. Oh, a huge pick on Baptiste. Oh, Orisa sucks in 4. Does a lot of damage. That doesn't manage to find a kill.
Looks like Draconic getting pretty low here, though. And that's a whiff Shatter.
Shatter does not find anything. They do find Reaper, though.
Yes.
BU is struggling here. They are lacking the manpower. And they're just
2 down,
losing
3
more and
down.
more.
And that's Lifeweaver Lucio left to defend the point, or at least have a chance
Oh.
of touching, and they just...
Lucio does not manage to touch, and Mines will take the first map. Little celebration dance from second one.
Yeah.
Score
In
1
theory,
to
you
0.
have a working replay system. I don't know guys who knew that.
A working replay system.
Working replay system.
It may or may not work.
I don't know. If we can get another replay onto the Roadhog and the practice range, that might just be worth it. I think that's one of the most viewed clips on the Mines Twitch right now.
Definitely recently. It instantly garnered dozens of views. Looks like we're running the exact same comp from Mines.
With a Widowmaker swap on the BU side, which could prove interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to play out in the open too frequently to see much value from the Widowmaker. And the speed TP onto point just leads to the same exact situation we saw in Gardens, where they're just going to posture behind a corner and the Orisa's going to try to take some space, and I think without the Mei, it's just going to be even worse for them.
Yeah, on this brawl-centric map, I can't imagine a Widow providing a lot to the team fight.
Or
Although
maybe we stand corrected, because there
it
goes
is possible.
technical.
Widow's great at finding these picks at long range, and if she positions really well, she can just take them out on point.
Yeah.
She's taking an aggressive angle in the window here.
And it looks like Mines is still down 1. Taking out the Immort means that they might have a chance. Okay, then there's
Oh, big Reaper flank.
big Reaper flank taking out 1 so far. That's Immort down for
But Mines has already managed to find 3. Very scrappy fight.
Technical's the only one left to... Oh, yeah.
And they do manage to clean up with no supports left? No, Lucio's though.
Well, I mean, Lucio's there, but I can't imagine that was the intention for either team to really let that fight work out that way.
And they're still running the Widow here.
Yeah.
They swapped to the Ramatra, which is interesting.
And the Ana. So they're looking for the Ram Nano, which might prove useful for stalling the point towards the end, but for retakes, I can't see that this is going to provide much value for them.
Ramatra does fare slightly better against the Sim Beam. Oh, another shatter from
already.
Draconic.
But instantly pedaled up.
He fire strikes through the pedal.
Through the pedal, which if you didn't know, you can do. If you didn't know, you know now.
Unfortunately, he had to extend a little too far to get that kill.
And it looks like, despite getting a pick off, I think on the
Reaper uses his ult and dies, but Widow finds 2. Another very scrappy point.
and it looks like it's just Bap left to defend the point.
Ramatra's just running in, cleaning it up.
Bird King doing a
This is a good
fantastic
stall.
job stalling the point. It seems like
Draconic's already back and finds both supports.
And there
Sim's
comes
back.
Faisal and Lucio.
A very
back.
clutch Sim TP into the window for all of them to recontest.
Absolutely.
They just have to be careful of this Widow still. Despite all her efforts, they don't have any percentage on the point.
Correct.
She
And
needs to find a touch here.
the only ult they have at their disposal is tree and maybe ram ult if they can get back on point fast enough. That's
Widow
another
managed to
pick.
find a pick.
They're up 1. They're up 2.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Draconic has his shatter back. He can choose to kill someone.
there goes the Reaper. Huh?
Gets Wraithborn just in time.
Wraithborn's out.
Ramatra's ulting. This ult lasts as long as, like, 25 seconds as long as there are people. Draconic
Goes
pins him
off
off the map. Doesn't last that long.
And it's just supports versus Draconic again. Looks like Lucio's there as well.
And Draconic finds 4 to win the game.
That is an absolute Draconic carry towards the end there.
We're getting a replay here. Oh yeah, we get to see Draconic just run in and kill everybody. This is great. Exactly what you want to see from your Reinhardt.
Wow.
Incredible. That's our play of the game right there. We
That's
don't care
our
what the
play of
game
the game.
chose.
It looks like Wiseout might have skipped out of the play of the game there, but that's all right. Used to scrimming, but we got a nice play of the game from that instant replay there. That hoofta.
Very nice. I believe up next we have a hybrid map,
Yes.
and it is BU's choice on that. What do you think they'll choose?
Honestly, I can't imagine that they're going to pick anything unorthodox. We all, as Overwatch players at Scrim time and time again, continuously choose King's Row. And I feel like if I had to put money on it, my bet would be to play King's Row. But I don't know. They might pull something out of pocket.
They might be intimidated by SD-Mine's strong brawl showing there. King's Row is a very brawl-centric map. But no, they go with the King's Row.
Go with King's Row.
They think they can play into it this time. We'll see how that goes.
Comp choice from BU to swap out their main healer Baptiste onto the Ana was one that was a little bit, dicey towards the end there. But I think that their strategy of trying to take care of Draconic is absolutely what needs to be their primary focus. I mean, if you didn't see at the end there, Draconic pretty much by himself was able to take on their entire team, or at least the scraps of it. And if that doesn't demonstrate a dominant tank player, I don't know what does.
And I would argue that is at least in part due to BU having that Widow. She did manage to find several picks and open up the fight, but at the end of the day, when you have to be on point with a Reinhardt, a Widow is not going to help you.
Yeah. And a couple swings from that hammer will shut down any long-range sniper any day.
And with the clutch pin of the Ramatra ult right off the map.
Yeah. I can't imagine that Ram ult would have spelt anything but disaster for the Mines team, because I would bet he probably had 15 seconds left on that thing. If he would have just shielded and let the Lifeweaver from the back lines just keep him alive just for that 15-second time frame, I guarantee that would have been a fight win for BU, and they probably would have got some percentage on the board. But getting pinned off the map is certainly one way to shut it down.
Draconic comes in clutch. It looks like SD Mine is rolling out on the same familiar... Oh, May Bastion this time, not Sim Bastion, I was about to say. And
we got on the BU side of things, we got what we were looking at the end of last round, where they're going to be looking at the Ramatra and the Ana pick in favor of the Orisa Baptiste. Still with Itzalog on the Lifeweaver, though, which is an interesting choice. Not necessarily bad, but I'm interested to see what he could do with it. Maybe taking a longer look at things, having 4 minutes on the board instead of just a couple with a control point, means that it's going to be charging more trees, might get some more value out of a really powerful ultimate.
And Ramatra does benefit into the Rhine matchup a little bit due to his ability to punch through shields and slow him down, but he also struggles with blocking shatter. He only has one shield that he puts down in one spot.
One stationary shield that a Rhine should be able to figure out and be able to track that cooldown pretty easily.
And interestingly, Cheese N is still rocking the Widow on this map, looking for picks.
Yeah, usually you look for one easy pick out of spawn here and then swap if you can't get any value, but they're sticking on it. And
Wiseout managed to find a headshot icicle onto the Widow.
that's going to be one down and probably an easy fight win for Mines.
Ramatra stranded on the left here. A great wall from Wiseout. Separated from his team, pinned by Draconic, and finished.
Yeah, that'll do it. And with 2 down, they have no option but to just back out here.
Approaching some ults here. We will see another dry fight with no ultimate abilities.
It looks looks like once again Mines is getting that
Wiseau managed to find another headshot.
He is simply putting this Widow in their place.
Gets slept, but Draconic shields him. No danger there.
It looks like a couple more Icicles, and we're going to have Blizzard online here.
And Chizen swaps to the Bastion. Now, Reaver Bastion will be a very hard comp for Draconic to play into. That's a lot of damage for his shield to take. We'll see how he manages to do.
It looks like he's instantly found out, has to fade out immediately. Here comes the Blizzard from Wiseau. Let's see if he gets any value. Straight into their backline, gets the Reaper, gets 2, gets 3.
Oh my
The Life Weaver's
gosh.
stranded behind now. It's only just a matter of time before Wiseau can pick off the rest of those. See if we can get the 5K here.
Lifeweaver does manage to grip back the Bastion. Not quite into spawn. Oh, and they both die.
Looks like they both get staggered.
It's an excellent stagger.
That is a great stagger fight from Mines. And that's going to buy them a lot of time in order to continually hold this point. But BU is coming up on the Nano Ram ult here, so that might pose a threat. Unless Mines can react accordingly, they're going to be dealing with a huge threat on point.
They do have that dangerous Ram ult, but Mines is coming in with 4 ultimates here. If they manage to window turret farm the Ram ult, or get a big shatter like that, huge combo, instantly finds both supports. Draconic is trapped in, but it will not matter.
And it looks like that Nano might have been misplaced. Maybe they were looking for the Bastion to just get some extra damage off on the Reinhardt, but the Nano went straight into their Bastion rather than the Ram ult combo that you just see so commonplace on almost every rank and ladder.
Chizen does manage to find Bird King, and Technical is just coming back on the Bastion now. SD Mines is lacking a lot of support here. It's a great time for the Ram ult.
Will be devastating. That's Draconic down, and it looks like they're forced to retreat using Speed Amp to get out. That's 2
And
more
she's
down
managed
for
to find
Mines.
2.
And this might be a solid cap for BU.
There's some posturing here. Oh, the slow field catches second one.
That's going to be, if you're a Lucio player, you know that Ram slow field, taking out your vertical momentum is a death sentence. And being caught on the bad end of that is generally just going to result in a death every single time.
The BU will get this payload moving. I imagine Mines will want to hold either this gate or the next corner. Looks like they're posturing at the next corner for now.
Yeah. And second one, still holding on to that beat. There wasn't really a good opportunity to use it beforehand, so maybe using it offensively here to take some space might be a good idea for Mines. Looks like we got 5-on-5 looking for a team fight here, so any chance they get to use this. Engaging with the Blizzard here. Worked for him last time. Let's see if they can replicate it.
Reaper teleports up behind, causes a little bit of paranoia, but it doesn't matter because Ram and Bap are already dead.
Still going to get 2 off on there. Yeah, it looked like they were looking in split directions. They might have been able to pick off a few more, but a fight win's a fight win, so you take what you can get here.
Reaper does manage to get out with that Bastion cover, and BU will regroup for another attempt.
Looks like Draconic and Bird King coming up on their second ults here, and Technical's not far behind. Chizen charging a really fast Bastion ult here. And if they can turret, and if and it's really going to come down to who can window turret for him faster.
Yeah, that Mercy pick is definitely helping him charge ult faster. Reaper goes in the back line, uses his ult to find Immor, and then cleans up 2 more, and the rest of his team is just done for now.
Yeah.
BU will get quite a bit of progress off this. SD Mines spawn is all the way back on 3rd point. It'll take them a while to get back. They should be able to contest.
They should be able to get 1 more touch in, yes. And with 4 ults, it might be another close call here, especially since BU's on 3 ults. The ult advantage doesn't seem too in favor of one team or another, but it is going to be a hefty amount of progress that will not be unnoticed.
Draconic finds a huge shatter.
Once
4
again.
people.
4 people, 2 down immediately.
Instantly finds 2. They did commit Valk for BU. It could keep these 2 alive. Draconic is not very healthy.
Behind the shield there, he's not going to get much healing. There's support from Bird King.
They managed to find their tank, though. They'll have to reset. They commit the Bastion ult. They might be able to find some staggers here, but no, Draconic just cleans them up.
Yeah,
Mercy.
like Mercy's just going in to get cleaned up as well, so that
She definitely wants to die faster, regroup with her team.
yeah. You can see that replay there from Draconic. Just mopping up the rest of the kills there.
Oh, double replay.
Double.
So good we had to watch it 3 times.
Fight starting once again on the main course of action. Reaper once again going for the flank behind. Doesn't seem like it's getting much value, and his position is known.
SD Mines is backing up to the next corner here. The payload is a bit further back, and I think this is where they want to hold. Reaper looking for another flank. He has to use Wraith and back out immediately. A lot of ults used by BU, though.
A ton of ults used, and that's beat invested from Mines as well. It looks like it doesn't get much value, though, because the team gets pretty split. Second one.
They choose to invest Blizzard anyways. Freezes
for a fight
3?
here. They're looking to end it here. And
Oh, he has to reload.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. If you look at that BAP there, I would guess it's an easy fight win for Mines, but this is anyone's game now.
A good wall blocks off the Reaper, forces him
That's
to
a
use Wraith.
Riz.
They managed to... Another huge shatter.
That's going to be... Oh, but he goes down in the process. He didn't get the Bastion.
The pocketed Bastion does so much damage to Draconic.
It's a 3v3 on point, and they have a tank.
And with the Valk providing damage boost to everybody alive, I can't imagine BU loses this.
Looks like second one's panicking a little bit, and I would too. And it looks like the only option that Mines has here is to disengage, even though they're trying to stall point. I just don't see this as a win for Mines. I think you just need to regroup as best you can.
Yep, definitely. They do commit the Bastion ult, though.
What a
SD
huge
Mines.
play from Cheesin. Staying up or getting up fast from that shatter was enough to be able to take down Draconic, because he was postured to win that fight right there and right then. But
They only have a minute and a half left now for this third point, because they got it down to overtime. Yeah.
and that might play dividend. That might pay dividends later.
Tom Sump has this Reaper ult available. He's waiting on the high ground. He's going to TP even further behind and look for a drop on them. Oh, this could be big. They don't know. They don't know. Draconic with the pin.
But not after a couple go down.
The window from Bird King allows his team to kill almost everyone on BU.
Had he been a little bit faster with that, he might have been able to take out the team before that window went up and really did the damage that it did. But
SD Mines have less than optimal health pools right now. They're waiting for their supports to get back, but they do get back before the other team, which is good. BU has no ults right now. They're getting pretty close to that crucial Ramatra ult, but they're playing into another Blizzard and a Bastion form.
And by the time that overtime ticks up, Draconic should have another Shatter, and we should be expecting another big one.
This should be last fight.
Here comes the engagement.
A big freeze.
Looks like he walls off the Bastion into it, but they're going to
Freezes Ramatra right away. Finds Ramatra.
That's
finds
three.
three.
Looks like with 10 seconds left, they don't have much option other than just try to play the point as best they
Only
can.
Mercy's alive. There's 5 seconds left, and they have no ults.
It doesn't look like they're even going to get the touch off. And it looks like another huge Shatter from Draconic to close out the round.
And they will hold on third.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to get that touch off.
BU did get a fair amount of distance, though, so SD Mines will have to take quite a bit of distance in order to match that.
Absolutely. It's not insignificant, and teams can full hold first pretty easily on this map. I think with the dominant plays that Draconic's been displaying on Reinhardt, it might be as simple as walking through and taking care of everybody, or, you know, depending on what they can do to shut him down, maybe that Bastion Reaper combo again might be enough to keep him at bay, but...
Yeah, the Mercy Pocketed Bastion paired with the Reaper, sometimes with Nano Boost and on top of that, a ram punching through your shield. That's a lot of damage to maintain, and that's almost all on the shoulders of Bird King, keeping him up.
Interesting choice here out of the gate from YZL to pick the Sombra. I'm not necessarily sure if they're going to stick on that, or if that's just to explore some... maybe do some scouting early on.
They do have 20 seconds before the doors open. I doubt he'll stay on the Sombra, but
an
he could.
interesting swap from BU here, going back to the Baptiste, and they're switching onto the Soldier and Bastion combo. Notably, Cheesin swapping off the Bastion onto the Soldier, and Tom Stump off of the Reaper onto the Bastion. Should be a lot of front-forward damage that Draconic's going to have to contend with.
The benefit of Soldier over Reaper is that he gets to stay a little further away while doing comparable damage. There's just a lot of stuff flying at Draconic Shield here.
And it looks like they stick on the Sombra here. Oh, but...
His shield is just getting melted. It's already almost broken. It'll be tough for them to push in.
And they're already one down. YZL got picked off by Cheese in there. It's going to be a difficult fight to try to take here.
Looks like they're just posturing around this statue. They don't want to lose the space that they already took.
Just trying to do a poke fight here, try to get some arm charge, it seems, but realistically, they're too split to hard engage, but they're going in. Looks like
Very
Gameworks
aggressive
invested,
play and pin.
but Draconic goes down. It looks like they're even here, but when you're missing your tank,
Does trade
can't
for
be an easy
Mercy though.
fight. Yes.
Draconic should get back well before the Mercy does. Wizel's not in a great spot.
He does manage to get out, or at least evade their gaze for a little bit longer. Draconic back, as you said, way before the Mercy. They take
Now it's a
fight fast
5v4.
here.
They want to take this as fast as possible. Find a hack on the Bastion.
Doesn't look like it does anything. And the Immort
A
invested
very
for
clutch
Mines
Immort,
again.
but it does
No
not
shield.
matter.
He goes down.
Bastion
once
just does
again.
too much damage.
That's 2 down
And
for
BU
Mines.
uses the Bastion ult, despite
it
already
3.
winning the fight,
And a
to
huge
clean up
stagger
those.
on technical. Poofda.
Get the staggers. That'll mean Mines has to wait quite a bit longer in order to take another fight. They still have 2.5 minutes left. No need to panic. And they're coming in with both support ults and almost a shatter.
It looks like Wiseowl is going to swap out the Sombra back onto the Mei here. Probably should provide some nice utility in favor of the hack. It didn't seem like they were getting much value out of it.
The wall will... Oh, window comes out for BU.
Window turret form is going to be
Oh,
devastating. and it
a
looks like
whiffed
Perky
window
moved
for
into-
SD Mines. It's way too far back. Both windows are gone. They managed to push in a little more. Draconic finds
a huge
another
shatter.
3-man shatter. Goes for the pin on Bap, finds him. Leaves Ram behind him. Trusts his team. But Ram has his ultimate ability that lets him live and kill.
That's all 5 down for Mines. But that's 3 invested ults on the side of BU for the trade of 1 and a whiffed window, which happens to the best of us.
If you're counting window, that's 4 for BU. They only have a
Oh
Bastion
my
ult
goodness,
coming into
yes,
this next
that was
one.
that was the last fight where they used window. I didn't. Oh my goodness.
And SD Mines does have the Blizzard and the Bastion ultimate, which can be a good combo. It looks like they're using both of them at the same time. It finds a freeze on 3 people. And Technical finds the kill on Bastion, and the rest of them are very low. Commit beat as well. Maybe a bit overkill, but they want to make sure they lock up this point.
Absolutely, and with as much time as possible, because if they get stopped, if they get full stopped once again, kind of like they're getting held on this point, you're gonna want all that time in the time bank in order to try to recoup some of your losses.
And we'll see Draconic wants to take this corner here. They don't want BU to be able to hold this space like they did, so they're playing very aggressively. That does mean they have to leave one person behind to wait on point, though, so they are fighting at a disadvantage.
An interesting choice to leave the Mei behind, but I think they value the healing a little bit more than the damage.
A huge shatter!
Looks like Bastion goes down, but Draconic's getting low here.
They traded Bastions with that shatter. And they're going for res. Draconic can't push up to stop that res. And he has to pin out. They're regrouping here. A good win. Maywall stops the Ram from playing too aggressively.
But it looks like Draconic's pinned there. And Bird-King's trying his best to keep him up, but just can't out-heal the massive amount of damage. Looks like Bird-King's stuck behind. Can he get out of this?
He does.
He does. That's insane. I'm surprised the Ram didn't see him.
Draconic did run into the corner there with his pin, and it allowed the Mercy Pocketed Bastion to clean him up. Takes a little bit of time off their time bank, but they're going to regroup and come in again with Window. BU also has Window and Valkyrie.
If they set up a good window Bastion turret form here, it could be game over for Mines, which has 0 response for it. Similarly, if Mines could pull off the same thing, like they're attempting to do,
Window on the corner, that's a very good position for it.
that's gonna pick off the BAP, but it looks like Soldier's flanking behind, or Soldier's flanking above to try to get a little bit of high ground on him, but it's not gonna do enough.
Draconic jumps on the cart in order to shield that, and a wall goes up to block him. Now they're pushing forward here. They want to take care of this Soldier.
Soldier Mercy on the right side here is gonna be, it should be an easy cleanup.
They do get separated. We'll see if the Soldier manages to live in the background. It looks like he does.
That might pose a threat for later if they can get a recontest before they cap second. That is, if he doesn't get caught in the process, but it looks like Mines is trying to hunt him down.
Mines really wants to cap this point here. They invest the Blizzard. I believe it finds 2 back there, or just
Bird King
Bastion.
picks off the lurking Soldier, so it looks like a 4v5 fight.
Only Ram is on point here, and he can't live.
Cannot live through that.
Oh, there's 3 running away here, and Draconic has Shatter.
They
Looks
don't
like
get a
he's
good-
going to wait.
If they don't get a good regroup here, it's just game over.
This will be very hard for them. They do have 4 ults, while Mines only has 3. But if they lose 1 point, or 1 fight, then they already lose the map. 4-man shatter from Draconic again.
Once again. But they're going to invest the ram out, and it didn't seem like there was too much follow-up from the Mines team on that. It looks like there's already 2 down for Mines here.
But they cap
anyway.
a C9. They get off the point.
That's so unfortunate.
That ram ult found 3 people. They were just pummeling Draconic into the corner, but they can't contest, and Mines will take the map, going up 2-0 in the series. What a turn of events.
Wow. But it should be noted that the points that have been taken here are not insignificant. There is a serious threat being posed to Mines' ability to 3-0 sweep throughout this entire competition, and depending on the choice of Flashpoint here, BU might have a chance to take this back. However, that was an amazing display on the King's Row from the Brawl comp that I know that they've been working on for a while.
Especially Draconic. He's my MVP for that series. Big W. Hit so many shatters there.
So many shatters. I think he might have... No, he whiffed 1 shatter on Li Jiang, but I don't think he missed a single shatter.
I think I have a shatter.
Yeah,
Ooh, we got a
let's watch
replay.
that.
Oh, yeah. It is big. The Fire Strike runs through
Strike.
4 of them to get shatter, and then he instantly uses it and finds Bastion.
Immediately getting 20% on that ult charge through just 1 Fire Strike. That in itself is impressive. And a shatter like that, even on an ulting Bastion, and just displaying that you're going to set the tempo of this fight, you're going to win this fight, and you're going to be the one who takes control of this fight, is what makes a good tank a good tank.
For
That's
sure.
why Draconic has been easily the MVP of this match in both of our hearts.
He's just keeping up the aggression, and so far, it seems like the other team, CS Leaf, cannot keep up with his aggression. We'll see how they do on this next map. It is Flashpoint, and the only options are New Junk City and Suravasa.
I think the safe option to go with is Saravasa because it's just generally a better constructed map. Although if they feel more confident on their dive comp, which would be surprising and I would love to see, I mean, New Junk City's the one to go for with that.
They could try to force SD Mines off of their beloved Brawl comp that they've been playing this whole time. But I don't really see that happening.
I don't see it happening either. I think they're just going to force Ryan wherever they go. Or they're going to play Junker Queen, which Draconic is also extremely strong on.
While you can run other comps on these Flashpoint maps, Brawl is still plenty strong enough to get by. And with how good SD Mines is at it, I don't see them swapping.
Yeah, absolutely. And to add more to that, based on the practices that I've observed, it seems like Mines likes to choose New Junk City to play during their Flashpoint practices. So, as Cheesin has just typed in match chat here, we're gonna be traveling to New Junk City, and we're gonna see all that practice hopefully pay off.
Absolutely. They selected Suravasa in the map. All right, there we go. Now we're in New Junk City. We'll see what the teams pull out here. I believe Orisa and Junker Queen are more played on these than other maps.
Pretty strong. Yeah, I think the tight corridors make it hard for Ryan to get much value. The cleave value you're going to get out of something like Junker Queen is going to be much higher. But not unheard of to play something like Reinhardt, that's for sure.
Though shockingly, we haven't seen any Sigma yet. Sigma's been very, very prevalent in pro play.
Although, I suppose if you're comfortable with a certain meta, you got a lot of practice on it, shouldn't be knocking it if it's working for you. That's
They
for
are
sure.
undefeated. I'm not gonna knock 'em.
Absolutely. I mean, if it's working, you know.
Right, we'll see what they roll out here in 5 seconds.
Can't imagine it'll be much different. Yeah, and just as kind of predicted there, we got...
We are seeing Wise Owl on support and Fabric on DPS. That is different from before.
Certainly. And it looks like they subbed out second one for Fabric, so I guess he could make it to this one. That's an interesting swap there. And we're going to take out our Lucio speed in favor of just some more healing on the Kiri Baptiste comp, which should provide some interesting... interactions for Draconic to have to deal with. And notably, on the side of BU, we see a sort of half dive comp coming out with the ball tracer pick. And if they're flanking Reaper from the past couple maps anything to play by, we should see an interesting interaction between these two comps, that's for sure.
Chizen was previously playing the hit scan with Bastion and Soldier, but we see him on the ball here. He takes a lot of damage and has to back out right away. If he gets in there and disrupts the Mines team, that can cause a lot of damage, especially with the Tracer and Reaper running around.
Immediately on Draconic, but it's not going to get much value.
Big slam. Every time he goes in, he takes a lot of damage.
That's a pick on Wiseowl. 2 down for Mines. This dive comp might be working for him.
Ball just gets in there and disrupts him, and the Reaper manages to pick up 2 after that.
It doesn't seem like Mines can finish him off because they're down their frontal damage from the Bastion. It seems like Mines is just trying to scrap together anything they can to try to stay in this fight, but it's playing for scraps at this point.
Draconic is hitting all of his abilities and getting heals off them, so he manages to live here, but they will have to be finding some picks.
I think both teams have been regrouped here. Picks have come back, but
Reaper has to use Wraith to get out there. Another big slam from Ball. He is already almost at his ult.
and so is their Kiriko as well.
But she dies to the sticky bomb right away. She won't be able to use that. And now BU is lacking quite a bit of healing.
2 down on BU. Mine's looking pretty healthy. I can't imagine that it'd be worth to invest in the ult on the side of BU here, but they decide to go with the Reaper ult anyways. It seems like the last 2 just get picked off and scooped up as is.
The axe swing sticky bomb combo just cleans up that Reaper.
Yeah, that's what is sticky bomb nowadays? Is it 120 like a junk nade?
I believe it is 120.
And axe swings like at least 60, 75 damage, something like that.
I also cannot remember the exact details, but it's a lot of damage. Ball invests this ult here. He blocks him off from using that side passageway.
We do see almost a full suite of ults coming from Mines here, but they're 3 down.
The Ball just splits them up, and then they chase him one at a time. Draconic uses ult, but it gets canceled. Does not have the healing to keep him up during that.
And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a recontest in, because I don't think Draconic's going to be back to provide the frontal pressure they need in order to retake this point. That's going to be a point cap and a point for BU.
Chizen is a menace on this Ball.
Absolutely.
Rolling in, disrupting him, hitting all of his shots on him. That does so much damage.
It seems like Mines still does have the ult advantage here, so they might be able to make something useful. If they do the Window Sojourn ult and Fabric can get some shots off, this might be turned pretty easily in the favor of Mines here. It looks like they popped the Sojourn ult early here. Get a couple shots off on the Reaper, who fades out, and a couple shots on the Ball, just rolls out, and can't see much value coming from that ult.
The U is just waiting in the wings here. They're letting Mines take this point due to the scary Sojourn ult on site.
And that's a pick on Technical from CS Leaf.
And then they come in afterwards.
Down. That's another pick on the Bird King. They're down their main heals here.
This point is great for Ball. It just lets them boop them off the side, and then everyone collapses. Great coordination. Draconic hits a very nice skill shot. Finds 2. Kiri has to use...
It's even now.
Draconic finds 3. And the Ball is 1. He could get 4. No. Ana keeps
like
Ball
Ana's
up.
not gonna be
Ana's
able to get
still
out.
trapped in here, though. She should die.
Yep.
Fabric cleans her up.
A huge stagger on the Ana on the part of Draconic. Yeah, let's get a replay of that. Absolutely.
I think that was a fat finger of our Kitsune rush, but they won't read it, surely.
Surely.
Great coordination coming in from BU. Their Ball manages to push him off, and they just collapse on him, but Draconic just hits all of his skill shots and turns the tide.
That's 50 in favor of Mines here. BU's going to have to act quickly if they want to get any value off of this point before Mines just gets a free cap here. There's
Big
Mines
Mines
out
all
again.
over point.
Immediately jumping on the Bird King. It seems like Wiseowl goes down pretty quickly here.
The Nano comes out on Ball as well. He does so much damage.
That's another pick on Technical.
And
Another
Draconic
pick on
falls.
Draconic. Fabric finds the Ana, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to take much of a fight here. And Fabric, trying to disengage, just gets an icicle to the back of the head.
The good thing is Mines managed to get 87% before BU took it, which means they only have to win one more fight here in order to take the point.
Yeah, pretty easy cap for them. It's a good thing about Flashpoint is that you can feel pretty confident in your ability to cap points and capitalize off of fight wins. If you can hold for quite a while, get it down to 10% or less, then it's pretty much a guaranteed point if you can retake.
Draconic walks in a little far. The Maze bullying him.
That's an
And Tom
invested
Stump
reroll.
finds 2 in his back
3
line.
from BU. And that's technical down as well. It's just Draconic left.
And he has to just die. I don't know if they'll be able to get another touch here.
There is a slight chance now that they swap to the Lucio that they might be able to double speed in to be able to touch just as we get to 99%. But I don't know. It might just be better to disengage. Let him take the point and go for the next one. It looks like they're gonna try to invest in this. They got 4 ults to do so.
Running in early.
Oh, but he gets walled off.
He gets walled in. It's a nice wall riding. Lets him get out.
Yeah.
Draconic could invest his ult here. Fabric is finding several with his ult. That's a lot of damage from the window as well, and I think Mines will take this. Perfectly timed axe swing to kill the Reaper out of Wraith.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a nail biter.
That was a nail biter indeed because they picked off Wiseowl right away. He did try to wall right out, but the BAP got him at the very end there. That was a nice opening, but it seemed like their split attention meant that the window plus Fabric ult was just enough to take out quite a few of them. Turn the tide in favor of SD Mines.
It's also some good impulse control from SD Mines to not use all of their ultimates.
Absolutely.
Draconic could have pressed Q there and probably hit 3 of them, but he realized that he didn't need it, and now he gets to have it in this fight.
Yes. Technical as well with the engaging ult might provide some useful utility. But they gotta look out for that ball there, just getting a free pick on him. That's the Immort invested from the side of BU. Mine should be able to push up on this. And that is if Draconic gets out healthily enough. He's gonna press Q, hits most of them, but it gets cleansed by the Curie.
It just takes too much damage to live. Mines has swapped over to this Bastion. I think they want to just burn the ball whenever they see him. Give him a lot less space.
It looks like they're going to let BU take the first part of this point here.
This is not what Mines wants.
This is not what Mines wants, indeed. 2 more picks. It seems like their best option here might just be disengage. Looks like Technical is not getting the support he needs.
Technical gets staggered. Now they have to wait another probably 20 to 25 seconds for everyone to group up. And BU did not have to use a single ult to win that.
Yeah. And we're coming up on a full suite of ults on the BU side. This is not going to be an easy fight. This is going to be a mountain that Mine's going to have to really trudge up in order to even stake their claim on this point.
Draconic wants to sniff out this Reaper over here. Forces out Wraith.
And we see Mines come out. Looks like the Curie might get picked, but
He had to reload.
Looks like Draconic's on his own here. Wiseowl's trying to stick in there as well, but they get the pick on the Kiriko here. That's no Kitsune. Another pick onto BAP. That's no window as well. But overtime already for BU.
BU invests Blizzard here. I guess they get the beat out from Wiseowl, but Ball does not have enough damage to clean up.
Yeah. Honestly, it might have been a better idea for BU to just hold on to their ults and let them take some percentage off, because 99-0 is a good place to be with 4 ults, and now 50% of the way to Mines as well, with nothing on the side of Mines. If they were doing some ult tracking there, I think Blizz might have been a better option to keep stored away for the next fight. But
for sure, they only need 1 fight here. They do have 3 ults.
we'll see if they can make it happen. We're coming up on a Sojourn ult and Rampage from Mines here. They invested Kitsune early.
Baptize, both supports die instantly after window goes down. Despite the ult usage from BU, Mines just cleans them up. That was very impressive.
That was an impressive display of being able to respond quickly and effectively towards 3 ults shoved down your throat. Fantastic job from Mines, and only investing 1 ult in the process, the Sojourn ult there. That leaves them with the ability to use Window and Rampage effectively to be able to stall them off the point. Ball's probably going to get a touch here, but it's
down to the last fight.
Yeah.
Even if he does touch, he gets hung up a little. He's not going to be able to touch. They give this one up.
Yeah, it's just and it looks like they're going to take a fight here as well. If you're Mines, you just let him, you just die here.
Technical does die here. Draconic invests his ult.
Invest in the ult.
That might have been a mistake. They don't gain anything from winning this fight.
Yeah. To be fair, giving them the ability to just farm some ult charges, also not the best option here, but this fight's going a little bit too long for Mines' liking.
Draconic finds another one though.
Seems seems like both teams are a little bit disconcerted with the objective here, but you know, cleaning up the opposition where they see fit might just provide useful in the long run. Looking for the stagger on the Mei there.
Looks like the other 3 members of Mines managed to go to point and posture a little bit, but they get cleaned up.
And it looks like the death squad of Wise Owl and Draconic managed to pick off the Fury and the Reaper that were coming on the point, but Ball's still wreaking havoc on the other core of Mines.
Very, very chaotic fight taking place in like 5 different locations.
Different locations easily. But thankfully, Draconic and Wise Owl can find their way back to point, clean up the ball, and get back to some regularly scheduled Overwatch.
Yeah, never follow a Junker Queen to a second location.
Although that looked like it might have been on Wise Owl trying to make that play there. But
Early window and ball ult. I forgot what it was called. Minefield.
And it seems like they're not going to get much value out of the window because the Mines are blocking their position. That's going to be an early pick off of Technical and off of Fabric. That's DPS down for Mines here.
The minefield just splits them up so much.
Looks like
More
Mines
ults
gotta get
coming out.
invested as well. This should be an easy cleanup for BU here. That's 1 more down, 2 more down. And it's just a Lucio. See if he can get out with his life here.
Beat is not always an effective counter to Blizzard, especially when there are so many people there.
Certainly. Especially with a Reaper and Mei being able to just gun you down from point blank range. It's not an easy counter that you can expect for Beat to do for Blizzard.
Not to mention those Kiriko headshots.
Oh, absolutely. Just free headshots. And it looks like BU's going to get some percentage on the board here. Going to be about an equal play here.
An early wall doesn't find much value.
And that's going to be an insane Reaper ult, 4K, leaving Draconic alone. He's going to have to get out or die extremely quickly. But it looks like he might be just
He just
trying.
gets pummeled into the corner.
Yeah.
A 5K from Tom Stump coming in.
They're going to have to take this fight without Draconic. He's not going to be able to get back in time.
If they want to touch, they're going to have to go very fast.
Very, very fast.
Luckily, they still have another point to give up if they want to
Does he get there?
win this map.
Just
He
barely.
does.
Just barely, but I think there's no way he gets out with his life though. Yeah, absolutely
A
not.
sleep
That's an
comes in
early
from
pick off
Ana.
of Wise Owl.
Draconic uses his ult. I don't know how much he finds.
2 down on the side. It's
Now mines are up. They lose
still
their
up
tank.
1. Oh, maybe
Oh,
not.
Cheesin finds so many.
Cheesin finds 2, and it's just Technical. He's gonna have to touch. It doesn't seem like he can secure that. This is gonna be a 2-2 nail biter onto the last point of Flashpoint.
The
And
ult usage from Kiriko and Ball there just stopped Mines from being able to
in
win
their
that fight.
tracks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a real nail biter here because BU are playing for their chance to stay alive in this series. They win this, we go to a map 4.
Which would be the first time that our Mines JV team has lost a map, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Lost a map, goes to push. You know, anything like that.
And it looks like they are... SD Mines is a bit back in ult percentage due to Anton Pickle having that nano.
And CS Leaf almost getting that Blizzard there. Amp heals here. Looks like Draconic gets walled off. He's probably going to be able to survive this. Gets the early pick on the Kiriko here. That's going to be huge for Mines.
May tries to pressure him out, but realizes she won't be able to kill him and backs
Technical
up the
goes down.
point. That Reaper can play so aggressive and just wraith out. May's playing with fire here and dies.
Draconic antied. If they can capitalize on this quickly, it's an even fight here. With equal parts DPS and supports gone for both teams, but it looks like Draconic gets the final pick on the Ana there. BU did manage to cap though, so this is just stalling for their percentage here.
And that Ball is the perfect hero
Ball
for
is the
stalling.
absolute perfect hero for that.
They invest the Sojourn ult just for those two. That's an interesting decision.
Interesting decision from Fabric, but maybe necessary in order to get to stop them from getting more percentage. Uh-oh.
Is that a fat finger
That
from the
looks
Reaper?
like a Fat Finger Reaper ult, unfortunately.
Well, to be fair, Wiesel did fat fingers Kitsune earlier, so now
Yes.
we're even.
We're even.
BU is still up in ult percentage after that fiasco.
Looks like Draconic coming up with a carnage here. We're getting another beat.
And 2 ults come out
invested,
from Blizzard.
and they
From
still
Blizzard
haven't-
BU.
And that's 2 more pick for Cheesin. That's 4 down on the side of Mines.
BU finds a lot of value with those 2 ults, and they will take the point.
Gonna have to go down in the process. Anton Pickle still holding on to this nano here. Can't imagine there's too many opportunities to use it. Maybe to keep people alive, and if he feels confident in keeping people healthy, that's a main support's job there, is just to make sure that everyone's doing well. But holding on to it for a little bit too long might result in getting behind on the ult advantage here.
SD Mines is coming in with 3 ults to be used 1, almost 2.
Almost 2.
In best window immediately.
Early window, walled off, and it looks like Jacon's going to push up on this wall while everyone tries to kite back. That's an early pick on the Mei here. But it looks like
Thompson's just in the background. But Technical finds 2. Very close fight, very scrappy. They have to win this. May have overinvested ults in order to win. Although they do still have the Bastion ult coming up.
Absolutely. And it's both support ults and coming up on a Reaper and Mines ult for BU.
But there's only 1 fight left here. If Mines can win this with 1 ult against their 2 to 4,
yeah,
then they will take this series, not just the map.
yeah. We could see a closeout here, or we could be getting to map 4. Using the turret form early here. And
Forcing out Suzu.
Forcing out
That's an
Suzu.
important cooldown.
Suzu
The nano comes out on the ball. Oh, on the Mei actually.
on the Mei. It looks like it's an even pick here. Main support for main support. Bastion ult coming out from the side of Technical.
And Minefield coming out as
No
well,
one's going
splitting
down.
up
No
Mines.
one's dying. That's a Reaper ult. That's 3 down. It's only Technical left.
And Technical won't be able to live.
And
BU will
Brooklyn's the last one that's
take
going
the
to be able to
point.
touch. I don't think he can make it. That's going to be a win on the side of BU, and we're going to map 4.
These 2 teams are the juggernauts of their series. Both undefeated. And now we're seeing why. They are going to map 4, which will be a push map. And this is the first time that SD Mines has had to play push in one of their series.
A real nail biter at the end there. This was an expert display of Draconic's Junker Queen. And just demonstrates
Absolutely.
how hitting all of your abilities on a character like this can have such a huge payoff. But, wow.
Yeah, they buffed her recently, gave her more damage for landing the knife shot, and also she gets a ton of healing every time she hits something with her knife
Absolutely.
or her axe.
Hoofta, that was that was a nail biter of the map. I gotta say, I'm excited to see how the rest of the series goes, because we might end up with a 3-2. We might actually see this go to a map 5 now, especially if Mines lets that get to their heads. Hopefully not. Hopefully our boys in blue can pull it back, take a 3-1 here. It's always okay. It's okay to take one, every now and again, a map loss. And I still have full confidence that they got this in the bag. But that was an impressive display from BU coming out of the ball comp.
I have to wonder, are they going to keep in the ball or swap back to their brawl tank?
I can't imagine if they swap back to Brawl, honestly. I don't think that you can play into Draconic's Brawl, very easily at least, and expect much success out of it. And with the massive leaps and bounds of improvement that it showed in their efficacy from the ball comp, I think they're sticking with it.
They're pulling out their secret weapon. We'll have to see if SD Mines finds a good counter to this within the next 2 maps.
Looks like
we're playing New Queen Street. It is Mines' choice here since they
Mines'
lost the
choice
last
here.
map.
New Queens. A good choice to try to stick with the Brawl and to disrupt any longer range dive. But I still don't think it's going to discourage them from playing ball.
I doubt it.
But I guess we'll
Cheesin
have
was
to
just
see.
dangerous on that ball,
Absolutely.
disrupting everyone and finding those crucial shots.
Honestly, I think CS Leaf might be their main tank that they've used for every other game, and they've probably succeeded very well using the Brawl comp against other teams in this league. But going against Draconic, going against the Mines Brawl, that's going to put you in a dangerous situation, and so forced to make that swap, forced to play into something that they're maybe a little bit more uncomfortable with. You got to take that as a win for Mines, especially, if you could say anything out of that kind of mix-up there.
New Queen Street is commonly played as more brawl or poke map. Not really as much dive or ball, but if that ball is working for them, I wouldn't be surprised to see him bring it out again.
Absolutely. Let's see what they go here. 5 seconds left before we get to reveal the comps. And I'm expecting, as we kind of thought, we're going to go with the SD Mines looking like a Sim Bastion Queen comp with the choice of Bap Ana going for 2 main healers this time. Maybe they felt that Draconic wasn't getting enough support beforehand, or maybe Technical wasn't getting enough support, getting picked off too easily. And we're going to see the same comp that we saw towards the end from the side of BU.
It's really quite an interesting comp. The May Reaper is very brawl-centered DPS, but then they match it with the Ball, and it becomes very chaotic.
Looks like Ball going for some easy scouting here. Trying to...
Does see the Bastion out of the corner of his eye.
wonder if they know.
Messes up his grapple. Technical body blocks him. Has to back out right away. Doesn't get value there. Draconic does get antied, but it won't matter.
So, with the anti coming out from Wise Owl as well, they're going to be able to pick off 2 here. That's both DPS and a
Oh
support
my
comp.
gosh.
You can see why Brawl and Queen Rush comps are expressly played on this map very easily. That's going to be a huge stagger on the Kiriko, and they might even get the Ball too.
Oh, a nice knife. Ball is 1 HP and he dies to the bleed damage.
Stagger. Absolutely massive plays from Draconic here. Taking the space, doing what a good tank should be doing. Playing his role expertly.
And even though BU's ball play is very nice,
yes,
I think they are suffering a bit from not having that tank protecting their squishies. Because Draconic can just run in and kill people, and Chizen can't do much to stop him.
especially with the hard frontal pressure that the turret form presents on mines and the anti that Wise Owl can provide now. That's insane value on the side of ST Mines. But it looks like Draconic's going to take a lot of damage here pretty early on.
A good nade coming in from Wise Owl.
Gonna have to
May
be
is
used
trapped in.
though.
Uses her wall to get out. No, Ball is trapped in their team.
But it looks like no one's really going down. Fabric's getting pretty low here. And Technical goes down first. That's going to be an early pick for BU.
We'll see if Draconic still decides to use his ult.
Mine's invested. Looks like Immort's going to go down. And Draconic.
He didn't want to use his ult because he was antied and he wouldn't be able to live. Probably a smart decision.
But that's 2 down for Mines. And it looks like Fabric's caught out in the open.
We'll see if he can get out here. He did use his teleporter to get there, so he's not in a great spot.
Doesn't look like it.
No,
Yeah,
that's
even with the double support looking at him, they had to get out too. And it looks like BU's going to get some progress on this. But if we look at the ults here, it's 4 and 4 pretty much, with Technical really close to getting his. It's going to be an interesting fight. Probably a lot of Qs being pressed here. Hopefully not all at once, but if they do, it should be a nice rave party for both teams.
And I don't see much counter for the Blizzard here for Mines. That could do a lot of damage to them if they're grouped up. Early window coming out. And Ball takes a lot of damage, but also gets a lot of shield.
Yeah, and it looks like the distraction the Ball provided took a lot of value out of the window. Almost completely useless. Briefly using Fade early.
Almost dies, but pops his ult and kills 4.
I thought the fade early there was going to kill him because he wasn't going to be able to fade out once he got low, but apparently the nano and the damage being self-heal off of the damage was enough to keep him up.
They do invest the Blizzard, though. They probably didn't need it, but they wanted to make sure they got that checkpoint.
They invest 3 ults to Mine's 1 ult, so hopefully Mine should be able to get a pretty easy fight win here. It looks like Cheesen's charging up his Mines pretty easily. Tactical's going to invest his ult.
A huge boop knocks 3 people up the high ground. We'll see if they can capitalize on that.
They're all anti, but
A good wall buys some space.
But it's going to be 2 down for BU first. That's going to make this fight really turn in the favor of Mines here. And though they got early, and though they got close spawn here for BU, Mines is still going to be able to take a clean fight here. And an interesting
Invest the minefield when they're down.
Maybe they want to take a fight here before mid so they can keep close spawn.
It does stall out Draconic a bit. He takes a lot of damage. Draconic's definitely looking for this ult here.
Oh, absolutely. It's so juicy.
The wall comes out.
There you
He
go.
has nothing to fear. And he hits
instantly
4, but it gets cleansed. Then he gets nanoed, but he was anti, so he doesn't get that healing, and he falls.
That's a huge boon for BU here.
But Wise Owl finds 2.
Wise Owl finds 2.
And sleeps
sleep on
Diana.
He's going to get knocked out in the process, but that might just be enough. They did lose close spawn here, so Mine should be able to get faster respawns in the process, seeing as their picks got killed first.
Both teams are just posturing around middle, waiting for their respawns to come out to take this next fight. Early nade coming out from Anton Pickle. Draconic finds himself anti, but it wears off before it really matters.
Longer cooldown from the nerf means it's going to be harder for them to play off of the aggressive nade, but maybe the Kitsune Rush can get it back for him pretty quickly here. Looks like Reaper's going into the flank behind. Does not get the fade out. Fabric gets a pick on him.
Gets punished.
That's 2
Draconic
picks.
runs in and finds Kiri.
Make it 3.
On his 1.
There you go. Mano ice block. So we're going to see a pretty solid win here for Mines, and hopefully they can retake some lost meterage here. Maybe they can even get close spawn. I
It
believe
will be close. The ball
will
will
be very
probably be able to
close.
touch.
Well, Ball died last there, actually.
Yeah, but he's ball.
Yeah, true.
It looks like he will go for this touch. Wants to take this mini room.
Not.
Comes in behind him, but he's not fast
Get the
enough.
touch off, unfortunately.
And Mines
Does have
manages to
time.
get close spawn. A nice wall comes in for Mines and lets Technical just sit there and turret form down
Go
people on the other
Reaper.
side.
Wiseow's able to just pick him off with one well-placed shot. Mines
Another
invested.
minefield comes out.
Technical gets another one. Seems like Draconic might go down here. Both tanks down, but Mines was up. Reaper's back. It's a 4v4 now. That's 2 ults invested, 3 ults
Another
invested.
Nano Blossom. It finds so many.
Well, if you invest 3 ults, I sure hope you get 4 kills like that.
Mines only used the sim wall, which is an important ultimate, but they have the other 4 coming up, while BU is just stuck with nothing. They're closest to Kiriko, but it'll still be a fight before they can use that.
This will be an interesting fight here, because they want to go before close spawn to be able to make sure that their picks matter. Early investment on the side of Mines for the for Technical's ult here, and it looks like we're trying to line up another Junker Queen ult. That's going to be both CC abilities down, but he gets walled off and antied at the same time. That's going to pick on Draconic early. I can't imagine this is going to go very well for Mines, especially when Technical goes down as well.
Thompson TP's behind, just cleans them up. He has to Wraith out because he's low. It looks like BU's entire strategy here is just bullying Draconic.
Absolutely, and if you'll notice, they swapped to the horse here, which is a good choice because it takes a hard counter against Draconic's gameplay here. They're going to get some extra meterage here. There's not much Draconic can do. He gets walled off again and antied.
And he dies again. Draconic has to change his playstyle here, or this will just keep happening. They still have ults to invest, but BU's just counting up their meterage.
And just cycling them in the meantime. CS Leaf getting 2 on Bird King Technical, and now Wise Owl. Poofed. Mines has got to get a good regroup in. Otherwise, they've got this lost all the way, and we're going to a map 5.
There's only 2.5 minutes left. Even if Mines were to stop them here, they have to push it all the way back to the other side and match this distance in order to win.
Got to ult first here. And it looks like BU's going to take that. But it looks like Rampage gets 3. But so
Is this a 1v1?
But so does Blizzard, Kitsune Rush, and Reaper. And he pops his ult to secure
He
the
pops
last
his ult and finds 2!
But it looks like Fabric took it a little bit. They might be able to get a
I don't know if
contest.
Mines will be able to touch.
Just maybe. On
The supports come back. They have to kill the Reaper, and they do.
my goodness.
But that was way too close for comfort.
way too close for comfort. I think they got that within 1 meter. This is a real nail biter of a series that's turning into.
And now BU has the close spawns. They're going to want to contest in middle to keep that. And it looks like that's where they're going to play.
And it looks like Mines is equal with ult advantage now. We've got a Terra Surge, and a wall placement. That's an early wall from the Mei that Draconic does not have to worry about anymore. And it looks like Terra Surge is going to come out. And it
finds
going to get placed a little bit too far back. That's going to take out 2, 3, make it 5. The entire Mines team goes down. Fortunately, it's only a
huge
1-for-1
Terra
trade
Surge.
for ults, but a huge Terra Surge from Cheesin.
Now Mines is going to struggle to touch once again. They have to get there before BU does.
Looks like it's going to be an early investment from Technical. Gets eaten by the Orisa spin, but that's not a spin that they can use for something else.
May uses both their abilities, is punishable here. Gets very low, but healed back up.
Seems like Reaper's not going to be able to get out. They're up on DPS here.
They want to take this 5v4 right away. They only have 40 seconds left. They have to win every
Another
fight.
pick. Looks like it's a 3v5. That's Kiri's cleanse used. Looks like Orisa spin. Orisa still has gold here, so she's going to be extremely hard to kill. But goes down anyways. Only Kiri here and healing will do that to you. It's still a 5v2. And they're just chasing staggers at this point with no Lucio speed to be able to get them out. They're just stuck. CS Leaf recognizes it's over and just takes the death as is, trying not to get staggered worse. Mines might be able to just get the free close spawn here, but with 10 seconds left, they cannot lose a fight.
Yeah, they take away BU's front spawn and get their own. Except, in order to win this, they have to match that distance, and they are behind by
They have to
60
play
meters.
perfectly here. Early nano.
Huge ult from Draconic.
Huge ult from Draconic, and no cleanse to back it up. That's a 1-for-1 trade. And it looks like both supports extremely low, tantalizingly low. It's a Blizzard invested from the side of BU. They want to win this here and now. Bird King and Draconic both frozen, both down. It is only Wise out left, and the Reaper ult coming out from Tom Stump is going to close out this game. That's going to be a 2-2 going to map 5 and a win for BU.
Might have to get out your brooms. Could be a reverse sweep.
Could be, could be. That would be a tragic, tragic turn of events for Mines here.
I'm so excited this is the game we got to stream.
I am so excited that this is a game we got to stream.
Here's that play of the game from Chizen. Just sucks all 5 into Terror Surge and takes out 2 immediately. Gets the rest low.
An amazing play from Cheese in there. An amazing display from BU to be able to hold resilient and to play into the comp that they've been struggling against for the first 2 maps of the series and demonstrate kind of giving Draconic a run for his money on the tank roll here. Being able to take space on Orisa, albeit a little bit easier than Junker Queen, is definitely still impressive playing into something as intimidating as Draconic. And the team play from the side of BU here cannot be understated. Mine's looking a little bit discombobulated, maybe reeling from the fact that they're now 2 maps down. The only 2 maps that they've lost their entire season. They cannot let this shatter their mental.
They need to just pull it back together and play this next map like it's the first one. I think we're going to
Goldfish Memory.
to Escort.
Goldfish Memory.
Yeah, Goldfish.
It's 0-0 right now. This is your map to win. This is your map to take. You guys got this. We believe in you. You should. An interesting choice on the watch point Gibraltar. Really, I'm not sure what maps are all in the map pool for Escort, but
Yeah, our game certainly didn't get there.
yeah, yeah, we wouldn't know because gets a little bit worse for wear on the varsity side of thing. It's okay. It's okay. But getting this far, getting this deep. Oofta, it's certainly gonna make for an interesting close on the series, and it looks like they're actually gonna go for a Circuit Royale pick, which should be a lot nicer.
This is definitely a poke map. I wouldn't be surprised if we see double Sigma, double snipers.
Certainly. Definitely better than the Watch Point Gibraltar or a Dorado pick where it's dive heavy, where Ball would have gotten way too much value for Mines' liking. But I think Draconic's gonna roll out on the Sig here. He showed some prowess as Sig in the past, even all the way branching back into Overwatch 1 with his ability to play the hero. So I would not be surprised if we see him pick Sig here. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we see him pick the Brawl comp just to stick with the Brawl vibes. And
Looks like he has the Ram selected at first. He is on...
They are on attack first, I believe. Unless they haven't swapped it.
They might not have requested a swap.
Yeah, they might not have requested the swap there, so we might just still see...
I hear
Mines
an
on
Alari, so they are in
Yeah.
defense.
All right, defense first, so it looks like they're going to be starting out on the Ram here. An interesting choice, but not the most unheard of, to say the very least. Certainly into Orisa, it makes for a little bit of an easier pick than Junker Queen, but still going to be a challenge to try to face the wall that is Orisa. I think personally would have tried to go with the Sig here, especially since I know Draconic can play it well. But if he's got confidence in it, I got confidence in him.
Yeah, and instead of playing the poke comp like I predicted, both teams are going out on more of a brawl. The Alari from Mines does indicate more of a poke feel.
Posture, but yeah.
But the Reaper May from BU is just pure brawl. They'll have to close this distance right away in order to win. And it looks like Reaper is planning to do that just by TPing in. Create some chaos and race out.
It's a lot of damage in, but they're dice.
And this is important meterage for BU. They're pushing it all the way to this corner where it's much more likely that a brawl fight will happen.
Yes. And one much more in favor of the Orisa once Ram uses all its cooldowns. But it looks like Gold's going to come out early here. And Draconic notices this and pops his Nemesis for him to try to capitalize on this. But he's just taking so much damage.
May goes so low.
Ice
Uses
blocks to
Ice
get out
Block.
of it. That's the problem with these DPS. They just have so many get out of jail free cards with their escape abilities. May once again getting so low, but looks like Anton and Itzalog keeping him alive. Fabric getting low. Fabric getting picked off first.
Anton Pickle snipes him from way in the back line. Cheesin getting very low. You can see why having an Orisa is very important on this team comp. She manages to
But
push
that's a
back
pick on the side of
Draconic.
Mines here. But technical goes down as well. It's no DPS for the side of Mines, and that's only one up. But it looks like a huge terror surge from Cheesin once again, and that's Mines down and out for first point. Unless they decide to just stagger fight this, which might not be a
I
good
don't think
idea.
they'll even be able to touch. They just have to take this on second point. They've got to find a way to deal with this Orisa. She's running in, booping Draconic all over the place and taking space.
Hoofda.
And it looks like they will have that Ram ult coming up. They have the window already, and the others are pretty close. But they'll be going into BU with both support ults and both DPS ults. To see when they decide to invest this. Thompson loves just TPing into the backline to cause chaos.
It's an early pick on May. That's great for Mines here, but Draconic's getting pretty low. He's just going to have to shield here.
Doesn't have the healing,
Doesn't have the
but
healing.
Technical finds one. They're still up. They're up two,
They're up 2 here.
despite losing Draconic. It's a very
2v2
scrappy
here.
fight.
Looks like it's just Orisa versus Bastion here.
Falls very low.
That's gonna
Invest the
That's
Sojourn ult.
If they get the pick on the DPS here early, that's going to be good.
Great pick on Donna.
You might have to just disengage.
He wants to contest his point so they can't push it farther. Might be a death sentence though. Draconic is back to save him.
Draconic is back, so supports.
And Wise takes out the Orisa right away.
A lot of full frontal pressure here for Draconic. It doesn't look like he's going to... With the Reaper ult invested as well, it's going to be an early pick on the second one. Or excuse me, Fabric. Second one's going to get the pick on the Reaper here. That's an Annihilation popped.
He does scare them out, but he doesn't find many kills.
And the Suzu and the wall combo take down the Annihilation to stop it from taking up 20 seconds. Hoofda. This is going to be down to the wire for Mines and BU.
They still have 3 minutes left in this point. Even if they stumble a little, it could go to third.
Certainly. They just take a couple dry fights here. BU gets some advantage off. They might be able to
Instantly invest the Terror Surge.
only get CMR.
But Draconic's walled off again. He can't block all that damage. The wall drops and he gets healing though.
Looks like a Kitsune Rush Reaper is going to be a lot of damage, but once again, no dice to be able to knock down Draconic. It looks like the window plus BAP healing is going to be able to keep him alive. Technical goes down first, but that's traded for both of their DPS. Mines is up in this fight.
An
Doesn't look
excellent window coming in, allowing Draconic to take that space with the boosted healing. And it looks like they're gonna clean this up, I think.
Absolutely.
Oh, the Suzu allows Kiriko to live. Draconic wants them dead though.
He wants those kills bad, but unfortunately, Kiri and Ana coming back from spawn are going to say, no, Draconic, not today.
Have to save it for another day.
Absolutely.
The Mines is coming in with this Alarial. Can provide a lot of damage as long as it doesn't get cleansed.
It looks like we're coming up on both DPS ults from the side of Mines as well. We got Nano, almost another Terra Surge, and Blizzard, and that's gonna be a whiffed ult from second one to see it picked off as he uses Captive Sun. They invest both DPS ults here, finding Reaper in the process, and they're gonna invest Blizz as well in turn. Doesn't look like they get many off.
Diana misses the sleep and dies for it. Draconic finds 2 in the back line. He's fighting on point. He might be able to get the rest of them.
It looks like this is going to come down to a tank 1v1. And second's going to get there first to be able to heal. Sojourn's back as well. And
They
it
take
looks-
out the Kiri, and Shizen just has to back up.
Just has to disengage.
Excellent play from Draconic. His team was dying in the Blizzard, but He keeps his head clear and goes after their supports.
And created an amazing distraction for them to have to turn around to, so that only the Orisa could deal any damage to the rest of the Mines team. But that will leave Mines in a severe ult deficit. It's a 3-1 right now. Unless they can get an early pick off of here, I can't imagine that Mines wins this fight very easily. Especially with Kitsune.
On Nano Blossom, Draconic's just eating it all with his big beefy arms, and no one dies to it.
Absolutely, but Technical goes down to the Orisa, and that's Immort. That's Immort gone. Even though they invested the window here to try to keep Draconic up, they're in their back lines. If both supports down, it's just Draconic left.
And despite his Blossom not finding anything, Tom Stump just cleans out the rest of their team.
Absolutely. 3 ults invested to Mines' 1 is certainly a fight win that you don't want to have to take, but you will take. But a point win is a point win, and that's going to be good mileage, good meterage for Mines to have to make up in the flipped round here.
BU does have this Orisa ult now, while Mines doesn't have anything. There's only a minute left on the clock, minute and a half. We'll see how they decide to play this.
Second one's going to have another opportunity to use Captive Sun here. Fabric coming up on another ult here. Looks like they're going to be able to bust Draconic out of the dropped wall. There's Gold Mode coming out and Terra Surge used. Another Blizzard.
Terra Surge and Blizzard are used. That's a deadly combo.
Everyone caught in that combo. What an amazing play from CS Leaf and Cheesin to be able to keep everyone in that ult there. Thankfully, Mines had the discipline to not use a single ult in that transaction, and now is 3 up to BU's nothing. Our boys in blue are going to have an opportunity here to take this before they cap third, but they're going to have to keep clear heads about it. Looks like we're going to invest the Sojourn ult early
right
here.
away. And there's the Alari ult as well. It does go on 2, but it gets cleansed.
Second one goes down early, but they traded for CS Leaf. It's a one-on-one even fight. Technical was down.
Tom Stump dies. Or no, Tom Stump kills Technical. Tom Stump doing work in the background.
Huge Blizzard there.
Draconic kills him, but it's just Draconic. He has to invest ult and stall this out for his team to get back.
That's Nano invested on the gold Orisa.
This sleep is
Second and
brutal,
Technical are
though.
back here, but I don't think it's going to matter. Second.
The Bastion ult kills Diana. If they can stall this, they might be able to win.
Second does a little bit of dance on the point.
They have 2 back.
Now for 2 to get back. For Draconic to switch the ball. They're going to be able to get this to overtime.
Every second matters.
Do they get the pick on the Kiri
Kiri's
here?
one.
Yes, they do.
They find Kiri. There's no support available for BU.
goodness.
Draconic almost dies, but doesn't. The window is huge.
That's another Terra Surge. That's Technical down. Second one's back on Lucio here.
But Chizen dies for it.
It's going to be a 3v4. Mines might have this in favor. Reaper's going to go down.
Draconic finds Tom Stump as well.
That's a 2v1.
Only May is left, and she
Looks like
dies.
they're running out of time.
I don't think anyone else can touch.
They
No.
get it before third. That is massive.
Huge staggers
Oh my
from
goodness.
the members of SD Mines.
Now that's not an easy win for Mines, but stopping it before third is massive. That means it's insanely winnable. This is not an insurmountable task for our boys. They should be able to take this out. They should be able to push. If they can just keep clear heads about this, keep pushing the way that they were the first 2 maps, keep playing the way that they have been practicing, they should be able to take this, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that third point of Circuit Royale is brutal, though. All those high grounds completely surrounding the point.
Certainly.
If it gets there, it'll be very tough.
Yeah, and with the Reaper continually flanking them like they did on attack, it's going to provide a challenge for Mines, especially once the Reaper gets the advantage of defense in on everything. But it looks like they're going to keep the same comps on both sides, except Draconic's going to be opting for a Junker Queen pick instead of Ramatra. This is dicey because if you remember from last map and the map before, the real counter that they found to Draconic's Junker Queen was wall, anti, and burn. And if he has that same rinse and repeat cycle for the first 4 minutes, it might just be game over for Mines, and the reverse sweep from BU might be a reality.
Yeah, Draconic on that Ramatra, he managed to live through the walls and antis because of that powerful block ability. I believe it reduces all damage taken by 90 or 95%.
Something like that.
But now
Insane
back on the
quantity.
Junker Queen, we'll see if he can have the same survivability.
Easy first damage onto Sojourn and Wiseowl. That's a 30% ult charge. for-
CS Leaf is finding some impressive headshots and getting a lot of ult charge early.
It's going to be an early wall out, so Draconic doesn't have much to fear for the next about 13 seconds. After that, Ability cycling coming from the Orisa here. No gold invested yet, so can't really push in too far.
You can see Draconic going for those long-range knives. He knows that knifing the Orisa will not do much since she has gold, but if he can hit one of those squishies in the back line, it could be a fight win.
Looks like Wiseout is going to go down early here from a Reaper
A
flank.
flanking Reaper again gets out at 1
Fades out, but it
HP.
looks like May uses Ice Block. They might be able to get a pick. But
No, but
without the-
Draconic takes way too much damage and
without
he
the
can't do
back
it.
healing, they just can't keep him up. Technical is just fighting to stay alive here. With 2 down, Mines is just going to have to play for poke to try to get the ult charge here. Doesn't look like they've lost a single person on the side of BU yet, and they're leading strong with 92% on Blizzard. An early Blizzard could spell doom. A swap to the Orisa from Mines here, an interesting play. Gold invested early from both sides. Anticon's going to lose it early. Blizzard invested, and that's a Kitsune Rush.
Huge Blizzard from CS Leaf. They managed to find 3 kills off of that. Find the 4th in their spawn.
A massive play from CS Leaf. They managed to invest the Kitsune Rush there to secure the fight win, but honestly, that's a fight win you want to take because they are just shoved into spawn and 2 minutes off the clock already.
And Draconic is matching this Orisa here, trying to match that survivability
But
and the
behind
punish.
40% on ult charge, notably.
Yeah, even though BU used 2 ults there to Mines none, they'd still both only have
And that's
3.
an early pick on the Ana that might be
That's
huge,
huge.
here.
They do pop the Sojourn ult as well. We'll see what they can find.
But once Draconic pays attention to his backline,
The Nano to Orisa can't live.
and that's 3 down for the side of BU. This is going to be an easy fight win for the side of Mines here. Staggering the Kiriko, it's just the Reaper left.
And crucially, they only used 1 ult there. Now they're solidly ahead in ult charge.
Absolutely.
They will probably need another fight here in order to take this first point. But with how many ults they have, they probably can do it.
Especially if they keep only 1 on cart here. It's either going to have to take enough space to be able to keep them off of cart or take another fight win.
It looks like BU's going to drop in between them. We'll see if they try to take the 5v4.
Early anti and early gold use. It looks like there's a little bit split here. Early Terror Surge from BU and an early Blossom from the side of BU is going to secure 2 kills for that. Oh my goodness, 2 kills from the side of BU, 3 now, and 1 for this side of Mines here. It looks like Mines is just going to have to disengage to be able to secure any long-standing staggers. But it looks like
Draconic's
Draconic's
he has
just
to
gonna
die and
accept his
regroup
fate.
here. They have two more fights maximum. They do have 3 ults here, while BU only has 2. But Blizzard and Rush are very powerful set of ults.
Certainly. And if we see anything like they did on the first corner, how they got a quadruple kill using just Blizzard Rush, then Mines is in for some danger here. Investing the Bastion ult early here is a good option, a good choice. Hopefully they can get a nice pick off of the Ana maybe. Or maybe finding
Fabric finds a pick on the Orisa right away. Rush comes out, but they don't have that front line. Draconic takes a lot of damage, but a clutch Suzu manages to save him.
and it looks like Mines getting a lot of picks here.
Technical finds 4 through the window.
Absolutely a massive play for Technical here. That was at first I didn't think the window was going to garner much value because it was placed a little bit out of the way. I thought maybe they were trying to go for some healing onto Draconic and it just might have been put a little bit too far up, but Technical found some value out of it and that was enough to secure him first point. So kudos to Technical, kudos to Wiseout for the window there.
And they still have the rush here. They did get that point in overtime, but you do get 2.5 minutes on the second point of escort.
Looks like Reaper's going to do his patented flank in and try to fade out.
Draconic.
That's a kill. That's
He
gonna be a
managed to
massive
find-
kill onto the May. Another. If he fades out here and they chase here,
Reaper barely managing to get around the corner. He still dies to Technical though. Now Mines is up quite a bit. They want to take this fight fast. Finds another.
Terror Surge out from the Orisa. No kills. Looks like Immort saves.
I think it was a mistake for Cheese End to invest that ult.
Absolutely.
They were already down 3. They were probably not going to win that, and now they are on their back leg trying to contest this point. Does he not see the May? Oh, there she is. Okay.
I don't think at first he saw him. I thought we could only see him through the outline there. But it looks like he's made his position known. And he's made it known that he's going to invest Blizzard here firstly.
Use the gold to get out of Blizzard, and then Terror Surge is 4 of them there. Huge Terror Surge.
Huge Terror Surge, huge Sticky. That's 2 down, 3 down for the side of BU. Mines doing what they need to do in order to secure this second point here and get 2.5 minutes on this third point. Once again, this is not insurmountable, but it's not going to be an easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk for them either. Space is going to need to be taken. Alt advantage going to need to use crucially. They're going to have to plan their ults very, very well. A swap onto a Zarya here is an interesting choice from the side of BU.
Yeah, Chizen, he wants to deal more damage to Draconic. He's just frustrated with the Orisa being in his front line all the time. But Zarya also has less survivability than Orisa.
It looks like a Nano might be able to keep him up even further.
The Nano into Mei, actually, she's just running in. Reaper does have this ult.
I don't know if
He manages to get out.
He does manage to get out. Mei, no ice block. It looks like...
Mei's not in a great spot. She has a turreting Bastion looking at her.
Turning
Dies right away.
Orisa, that's going to be a horrible combination to try to go into. They're one down here. If you're BU, you kind of have to play conservatively here or invest in ult.
The ult comes in from Reaper, but they cancel it, and they kill Kiri.
That's 2 down for the side of BU.
This is massive for Mines. They still have 3 ults for this last section.
They get BU's 1. Looks like they might get Diana here. That's no easy outs there. It looks like they just get the cap.
Kiri gets back and uses Rush. See how long she can contest. They can't find her. She's too slippery.
Reaper comes back for another contest here. But
Reaper with the TP.
Even with Fade, I don't know. They might be able to come back out again. Oh my.
And Mines takes it. The
So
best to do it in blue and gold.
By the skin of their teeth there.
A true barn burner of a series. These are definitely the best 2 teams in their league, and I can't wait to see them in the playoffs.
Absolutely. These 2 teams are likely going to have to face each other again. And if BU wants a rematch, hopefully Mines will be ready for it when it comes. But what an amazing, amazing series to see. 3-2. I know we talked about it jokingly beforehand. This is going to be a 3-2 series because we're going to be able to see a lot of gameplay here. Or we wanted to see a lot of gameplay here, but goodness.
And we got to see it.
We got to see it. We got to see the gameplay we asked for. We got to stream the game that we wanted. An amazing display from both teams. Thankfully, it went to Mines in the end. We had faith in them the entire time. Took a little bit of a hiccup throughout there, but amazing plays all around. Both teams had amazing sets of skill. I can't wait to see, like you said, how they perform in playoffs in the future here.
For sure. 2 undefeated teams enter, only 1 can leave, and it turns out to be SD Mines.
Hopefully JV can pick off where Varsity couldn't necessarily continue on. It's nice to see that there's at least a shred of hope for our Overwatch team, albeit on the junior varsity roster rather than varsity.
And yeah, I think that's the end of our stream. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Blue Peak, Live Hospitality, Intel, Lenovo, Omnitech, and then you gotta check out our socials. That's where you can find what's happening.
Absolutely.
And LinkTech, of course. How could I forget?
One of our newer sponsors that spaced a little bit there.
And I believe JV has 1 more game in the round robin section, and then they should move on to playoffs, barring disaster.
Yes, and I think that Overwatch, or I think that JV game should be next week. I believe same time. I'm not sure what the plan is for streaming that necessarily, nor am I sure about the plans for streaming playoffs, which now they've pretty much secured their spot in. Those should take place after Thanksgiving break time frame-ish, but some good games in the future for the JV squad, and hopefully they can continue their undefeated legacy. Hopefully that they can really keep up the legacy that we want to display for the SD Mines Overwatch team.
Absolutely. It's exciting to have one of our teams go so far.
Well, thank you once again for coming out, watching this absolute nail-biter of a series. It was a time, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed watching it.
For sure. Thank you all for watching.
I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head